shells. I'm going to show you some problems that can potentially result in operating the shotgun. First of all, it can double feed from the magazine. Now, right now there's one just on the carrier and one's in the magazine. When you go close it, it actually pushes that shell in the carrier into the magazine a little bit, and as you open action, typically a shell pops out, but in this case there's one already sitting here. But if you operate the action a certain way where you put downward pressure on the lever, that second shell will try to pop out. So now I'm actually pulling down on the lever as I'm opening it. And as you can see, that second shell wants to feed in here, and this will just jam up the action because the carrier can't go up with this half shell sticking out. So yeah, it's doing that. Now I put some upper pressure on the lever, and shell comes up as normal. So this is one of the things to watch out for when cycling the action of this gun. You have to be careful to not put too much downward force, again, because that's how the carrier holds the shell. So when you have the downward force, it's dragging it down a little bit, and therefore it's trying to double feed that shell. So that's one of the issues you can run into with this gun. Next issue is extraction of the last round. What normally happens when you have a round coming out from the chamber and another one coming in, so not the last round scenario, the carrier goes up to eject this spent shell, and this shell here, it's already sitting on the carrier, it helps push it out. When flying out. Now, as you have the last shell, there's no more shell on the carrier to push this one out, so it's just the little lever that's on it, the ejector, that's going to be the only thing pushing it out. And what happens in the last round when you go, it simply doesn't eject. It gets caught up on the extractors. Now really, the best way to tell is with an open shell, which is longer and gets hung up here when it's open. Apparently it's designed to work with roll crimped shells, not 6 or 8 star crimp. Let's go through that again. Left grabs it, this point lets go. Only the right's carrying it, but the right is rotating up instead of staying down. So as you try to extract, it gets stuck on the right and actually hits the left as well. So, but what really should be happening is if this should be moving really loosely, this extractor. And when it does, all the way down, and now if I give the lever a bump, this shell technically should eject nicely if I give it a good bump. There it goes. So that's the problem with the shotgun ejecting, is this extractor. It should be moving much more freely than this and simply just get stuck wherever it wants to be instead of moving. It should be snap, snap, up and down. But that's clear in that case. So really have to take it apart and smooth out the surface and the extractor and the little plunger and spring there. And that's the only way it's going to eject. And after that, I think it'll be pretty reliable.